All right, folks, welcome back. This is the voice, Greg Morano. Behind the lens, we have Lisa alongside the producer, Shane Belanger. We are Westerly Live, coming to you with the back half of a 1-1 doubleheader. The Bulldog taking the first half by a 2-1 score. Well pitched game, good defense, timely hitting. The Bulldogs are now the away team here at Similoria as they are making up a game. Casey Curran, the pitcher for South Kingstown, toes the rubber again after 6 innings last game, and her opening pitch of this game falls in low. It's a 1-0 count. Alex Storr in the box for the Bulldogs. And the pitch upstairs 2-0. The pitching performance by Sophie Valentini last game, the freshman, was nothing short of excellent. Had great command of her pitches in the play area, continuously sawing off the bats of the Rebels. And it's low and in, 2-1 count. Giving up only 1 run, 7 innings pitched. I do believe the Bulldogs are going to go with the senior this game, Elaine Murdoch, number 15. But first they hit. And up and away. And that is a free pass for the leadoff hitter. Just the way that the Bulldogs would have liked to see. And now up for the Dogs, Gabriella Brennan, the senior. Loves to employ the slash technique. Does a very good job of it. Defense is straight up, squares the bunt. Lays down the bunt, foul ball. 0-1 count. And the pitch squares the bunt, pulls back on ball, throw back to first, safe. Two aggressive teams, two fundamental teams, and two teams that know how vital each run is. Catcher slides outside bunt, pulls back, inside pitch to the back, short of the backstop, but past the catcher. Storr able to scoot up to second base and in scoring position. Bulldogs in business with nobody out, top first in our nightcap. First baseman in short. Squares. Lays it down. First baseman's there. Got to make the throw and doesn't handle it at first. Around third, scores heads up base running, and that quickly the Bulldogs are up a run. And they are now rejuvenated for game 2. 2 batters, 1 run in, runner on first, nobody out. Rebels first baseman couldn't hold on to it. Throw seemed to be there. Always tough throwing down the first baseline with such traffic. Squares the bunt, Murdoch up in the air, and the pitcher will catch it, and that's going to be a easy double play for the Rebels. Quickly quiet down things. Deadliest thing you can do with a bunt is lift it in the air. Runner has no option, doesn't know what to do, can't do anything. Third baseman, number 24, in for the Bulldogs. And that's inside. Bulldogs do draw first blood, scoring here quickly, top of the first inning. Runs were at a shortage in the first game. And the pitch low and in, nice pitch. You got to figure Curran's arm must be tired or get tired at some point in time. A lot of pitches. Still throwing a hard fastball. Does a good job of keeping it in on the hands of the batters. That one's upstairs. Arnold on deck if she gets the opportunity. And the Bulldog third baseman. Nice pitch to hit right there. Not a lot of movement right in the zone. Beautiful night. Bulldogs take game one, and would they ever love to have a night sweep. And hangs one up and in. We got a full count here. Nobody on, 2 outs. 1 run in the top of the first. Game 2. And she watches strike 3 go by. Tough pitch. Bulldogs draw first blood in their first attempt. Rebels will attempt to match here in the bottom of the first inning. The senior. Lynn Murdoch is going to toe the rubber this game. And judging by Valentini's performance in game 1, the Bulldogs' future at pitching is pretty much locked down. As this is Murdoch's last season being a senior, being one of very few seniors. South Kingstown only sports 2 seniors in their entire lineup, pitcher being one of them, Casey Kern. And they brought along with them 5 freshmen and 3 sophomores. So 8 of their players are in the first half of their high school careers. So we may hear more of this rivalry up to come. Shade's going to start to drape its way over the field. Will be finicky for a few minutes for batters and pitchers. More so left-handed and the right side of the field. And we're ready to get started here, folks. Bottom first. The Rebels at bat. Sarah Joan, the junior infielder for the Rebels, will lead off. Murdoch's first pitch inside. And inside again, low and in. When Murdoch does get command of that pitch, she is near impossible to hit. Early in the game, she's going to work it until she has it. Up and away. 3-0. I'm sure the Rebel hitter is going to make her throw one. And the pitch. Called ball. I'm going to guess it was high. So now the leadoff runner for the Rebels reaches base, much like the Bulldogs did. Young up. Sophomore for the Rebels. Murdoch trying to find the zone. And the pitch crawls its way inside. Won't come back for her. Little early frustration. Corners are in. Middle double play depth. And the pitch stays in. Spinning, just not breaking. That's 6 straight. And that one catches the corner. That's the spot. She's persistent. She will make command of that pitch one way or the other. It took her a couple innings last time we saw her in action, and once she did, no more runs were to be scored. Corners creep in. And off the handles it goes. What she wanted, slow roller, advance the runner. Makes the out at first, only play they had. As good as a bunt for the SK hitter. More importantly, Murdoch finds his own with her best pitch. Wentworth Jr. for the Rebels. Runner in scoring position. And that's the one on the inside portion. Murdoch's pitch. Squares the bunt late. Nice bunt. Throw to first, not in time. That's the bunt single. No one on second base, and she will take it. Heads up base running. So now we have one out and a runner on second and third. Two in scoring position. Late square on the bunt and a perfect bunt at that. Bulldogs were not ready. Nobody rotated over to cover second base. But when your third base crashes, shortstop's got to go to third. Second baseman's got to go to second. Pitcher's got to go to first. It's the only thing that works. There's only that many people. And the pitch slowing in. Handcuffs her, easy pop-up. Miscommunication. Oh, man, things are breaking bad for the Bulldogs right now. Pitcher thought it would be the catchers. Catcher thought it would be the pitchers. Simple little pop-up. There's yelling coming from the dugout, from the crowd. Things aren't going in the Bulldogs' favor at all right now. The Rebels are louder than they were in the first game. The bases are now loaded, one out. Not high enough, apparently, to call an infield fly rule. Pitch is inside, and 1-0 is the count. That must be the only reason that it wasn't. Oh, there was no force. Correction, I apologize. It's going to be a force play. And the pitch off the handles to the shortstop. Everybody gets back, and that is your infield fly. Last batter, there were runners on second and third, and nobody at first. 2 outs. Bulldogs looking to escape an ugly first inning. One out away. Bases loaded for the Rebels. Murdoch's pitch. Strike. Low and in. And Murdoch's pitch upstairs. Can only be so fancy. Bases are loaded. 1-1 count. And the pitch inside, 2-1. Really want to force the Rebels' hand and make them earn their runs. And the pitch up and away, 3-2 count. I do believe the Rebels' only run last game was walked in. 3-1 count. Rebels might make her throw one and just see it here. And she can't do it as she hits the batter. And that will tie the ball game, folks. Keep them loaded with 2 outs. Another freshman, Navoyan, steps in the box for the Rebels. lefty at bat. Squares the bunt, lays it down to Beauty. Fielded by Murdoch, throws the first in time for the out. Ends the inning. Good play by Murdoch to stop the bleeding. We have a tie ball game after one inning of play, folks, in the second half of this doubleheader. Game one went to the Bulldogs, 2-1. We are tied at one after one. So the Bulldogs escape, only giving up one run. Could have been far worse than that. And the senior pitcher for the Rebels gets ready for warm-ups. Wonder if fatigue is a factor at all in this evening's second half of this doubleheader. Leading off for the Bulldogs will be their catcher, Dina Arnold. Curran for the Rebels has had good control of her pitches all night long. 8 innings pitched, giving up 3 runs total on the night. So Arnold and Vitalino will start off the inning for the Bulldogs. Followed by Valentini. So Arnold looking to start things off for the Bulldogs here. And first pitch up and away. Good job holding on. And that's low and in. Quickly ahead, 2-0. And Carr delivers right over the plate, swinging a miss. 2-1. And the pitch, foul tip straight back. 2-2, evens up the count. Arnold trying to put it in play here. Two and two count. The pitch up and away, good eye, full count. Making her work nonetheless is Arnold. And pitch upstairs, swinging a miss. Got her to chase it, good location. One out for the Bulldogs as Lily Vitalino steps in. Bulldogs second baseman. And the pitch over the plate, fouled away. And the pitch outside. 1-1 count. So the field about 2/3 shrouded in shade now. There's a chance we may need the lights. We'll see the pace of play here. Nice pitch on the inside corner. Straws are off. Fouled straight back. 2 strikes. And the pitch low. Good eye. Fills him up. And the pitch foul. Maybe that'll hang on, and it does. Fair ball called foul. Pulled right in my way. It looked like it hit the spot, but the official is right there. Almost painted that right field line. Two and two count. And outside, good eye, fills it up now. Both batters thus far have made the pitcher work in this inning. And the pitch inside here, hit back to the pitcher, handled underhanded to first, and we have 2 outs. Stepping in, the game 1 pitching winner, Sophie Valentini, number 18, right-hander. Also only a freshman. And the pitch, a beauty, ripped. Solid hit. Bounces up hard off the left field. They're going to hang on first base. Good piece of hitting. Hard single, and the Bulldogs are in business with a runner on first base. Turned on that curveball, did a good job of keeping her weight back. Getting it off the sweet spot of the bat. And the pitch is a strike. Senior Cisco, number 10 at bat for the Bulldogs. 2 outs, runner at first. And the pitch is outside. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And the pitch blown in. And that's over the middle of the plate, freezes her for the 3rd out of the inning. And we head to the bottom half of the 2nd with a tie score. Murdoch getting ready to warm up. Began to find her stride in the bottom of the first inning as time went on. Last game we saw her pitch, she got stronger as the game went on. Similarly, Field a little bit quieter now than it was towards the end of the back half of game one. A little game one hangover into game two here of this doubleheader, but I'm sure we'll have more of the same fireworks judging by the score here. These are very evenly matched teams. And we're about to get going. Murdoch set to pitch. Low and in. And the pitch hits the batter. So the leadoff man reaches base for the Rebels. Corners are up, playing the bunt. Bunt they square for. 17 fouls it back. Runs are at a premium, so moving this runner along is a huge thing. Swings this time, pop up to the first baseman. Catch is made. One down, runner on first. Joan up for South Kingstown. And the pitch, breaking ball over the plate, strike. Arnold's throw down a beauty, and she's out. Double play, bang, bang, just like that. 2 outs in the inning, and number 4 at the plate with 1 strike. 1 batter, and the Bulldogs managed to get 2 outs. Inside. Nobody on, 2 outs for the Bulldogs. Jammed her, fouled straight back, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. And the pitch upstairs gets her to chase. Strike 3, the strikeout ends the inning. And we are going to head to the top of the third after 2 complete. Westerly 1, South Kingstown 1. Not much different than the first game. And we're going to head to a short break. Welcome back, folks, and we are witnessing seemingly a carbon copy of Game 1. Final being 2-1, a victory for the Bulldogs. Current score in Game 2, 1-1. Bulldogs are visiting in this second game of the doubleheader, and will start the top of the third at bat. Tenuta preparing to step in for the Bulldogs to lead off the inning. Beautiful throw by Arnold in the bottom half of the second inning to throw out a stealing runner. Get her team out of a jam. Tenuta will step up to the dish and then flip to the top. The store on deck. Curran, South Kingstown delivers over the middle. Ground ball to shortstop through her legs. And that will start the Bulldogs up with a runner on first. That will be an E6 for the Rebels. Hard hit ground ball, but should have been taken in. And the Bulldogs are in business. Leadoff man on. Number 1 hitter up, number 33. Alex Storr, the freshman. Squares the bunt. And bunts a beauty. Third baseman fields it. She make the throw. And she does on time. Does the job, moves the runner around. Runs being at a premium. Wanted to move to second. Anything beyond that would have just been a benefit. Now we have Gabriella Brennan at bat with one out here, the senior, who can definitely bunt, likes to pull back and swing. Lead runner at second base. The pitch. Low. 1-0 count. No square visible on that pitch. Right up on the plate, Brennan is. And the pitch right over the plate. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Bobbled. Runner stays at second. Now gets stuck between. Really could have advanced the runner to third there. Doesn't do that. And the Bulldogs have 2 outs. Number 15 up for the Bulldogs, the pitcher, senior, Elena Murdoch. Trying to help her own cause here. Hoping a single could plate Tenuta possibly. And the pitch. 0-1 count. Evens up the count at 1. And a good eye. Vacant first base. She's not going to see much of the plate. I don't believe Murdoch will. And that one's high in the zone. Gets her to chase. Count even at 2. And the pitch on side. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Rebels escape the threat. We move on to the bottom half of the third inning. 1-1 score. Energy level, as one would expect, is a little lower in the second half here. Fatigue a factor, in addition to the fact that these young athletes don't play many doubleheaders. So Murdoch back at the rubber, getting ready to pitch this bottom half of the third inning for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs winning game one gives them a 4-1 league record and brings drops South Kingstown down to 2-1 in the league. Needless to say, a victory here by the Bulldogs would give them substantial breathing room early on in the season. And the throw down by Arnold. AP on the spot. So the Rebels, number 10, Young, set to hit. Sophomore infielder. And the delivery and pitch outside, ball one. And the pitch from Murdoch low and in. 2-0 count. The delivery and pitch off the hands. Nice pitch by Murdoch. 2-1. Batter's choked up a little bit. And inside. 3-1 count. Murdoch toes the rubber. Delivery and the pitch outside, and that's going to be a free pass. That pitch all the way back to the backstop. A couple pitches way out of the zone there. Got to hope that there's nothing ailing Murdoch that we're unaware of yet. Usually very crisp with her accuracy. Nevertheless, at the moment we have a runner on first base and nobody out for the Rebels. Murdoch delivers way in on the ground. Good play by Arnold. Still not too close to the plate as Murdoch. And the pitch is there for a strike. And the delivery, the pitch over the plate, a spinner, nice pitch off speed. Really no break on it, but it was the speed change that was effective part of the pitch. And back to 2 strikes now. Murdoch back in control. 1-2 count. Nobody out here. And the pitch upstairs to the backstop. Arnold has no play, and that'll move a runner into scoring position. When she's missing by more than usual. I will say that. And the pitch. Foul back. And the pitch grounded hard past the third baseman for a single. Going to round third and go home. Double clutch by the left fielder, just enough. Batter aggressively round second, so that will be a run-scoring double. The Rebels jump out 2-1. Off the hands. Oh, almost handled by Vedolino, but falls to the ground. Runner is safe at first. No real harm. Causes a force anywhere, but that would have been the second out, I believe. And the pitch. Grounded, bunted back to Murdoch. Throws her out first. We now have 2 runners in scoring position for the Rebels with only 1 out. Very effective at bat for the Rebels. They're a single away from stretching their lead to a 3-run lead. Currently ahead 2-1. And the pitch. Right in the zone, swing and a miss. Murdoch's pitch, strike on the inside portion. Murdoch's pitch over the plate, fouled back.
Got any game balls over there, guys? Any come in?
Murdoch needs a freebie here. And she gets just what she needed with the strikeout. Big out for the Bulldogs here. 2 outs, only trailed by 1. 2 runners in position for the Rebels, however. Lefty number 15, Vine, the freshman, at bat. And swing and a miss. On 1 the count. And that pitch is low and away. Handled well by Arnold. And Murdoch's pitch goes way outside. Great play by Arnold again. Possibly saving 2 runs in the past 2 pitches is Arnold behind the plate, sophomore catcher. And the pitch, off speed outside, not very close, 3 balls. 3-1. And the pitch is outside, ball 4. Loads them up. Loads them up for a senior, number 3, Hurley, for the Rebels. The pitch, first pitch strike, big pitch for Murdoch. And the pitch on the hands. Murdoch makes the catch on the soft lob. Ends the threat. Good job by the Bulldogs holding it to 1. However, after 3, they do trail the Rebels 2-1. This was last game's final, 2-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. Very similar style game being played here in game 2. Runs at a premium. So the Bulldogs will have the middle of their lineup taking the plate this inning. Curran for SK still looks fresh somehow. After having pitched 9+ innings today. Field is now covered in shade. And the SK pitcher begins to warm up. Only throws a couple, clearly. Still plenty of pop behind her fastball. I'm watching between innings here. And all of them located well. So she's ready to go. Bulldogs at bat number 24, the third baseman. And Curran at the set for the Rebels. The pitch. A little bit outside. 1-0. Good eye. And that one's right through the zone. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. The pitch, up and away, good eye, 2-1. And the pitch swung on, got underneath, popped up, out of play, foul ball. Counts even at 2-2. Nobody out. Top 4. Bulldogs trail 2-1. And right down the zone. Good job going the other way. Clears the right fielder with it. That's going to roll all the way out to the fence. That's an easy double. Throw's coming in. And she's going to go for third. The relay is going to be behind. And not even a throw. Stand up triple by Caracciolo. The Bulldogs third baseman to lead off the inning. Nobody out and the tying run only 60 feet away. Way to go with the pitch opposite field. Airmailed the right fielder, rolled all the way out to the fence. Great job of hitting. And the pitch popped foul. Catcher Gina Arnold at bat. And the pitch holds, ball called. Pitch right there, off her hands. Short pop to the second baseman. Just what South Kingston needed, one down. Second baseman number 19, Lily Vedalino at bat. Tying run at third. Oh, the pitch outside corner, catches it, strike one. And the pitch outside, ball one, 1-1 count. Pitch, swing on, pop fly to second base. 2 in a row, that's how you kill a rally. 2 pop-ups to the infield, unfortunately for the Bulldogs. Exactly what the South Kingston pitcher was trying to do is saw off the hands of both Westerly batters and has successfully done so in both games, really, and especially in this second game. Every batter around's fallen victim to it. So what was a leadoff triple, now there's a 2-out man on third. And the pitcher's upstairs, gets past the catcher, but not enough space here at the softball field. Really more of a good job pitching than anything against the hitting of the Bulldogs. I mean, this pitch is still throwing after completing the first game and has more movement than I think she did at any point in the first game. Valentini, the freshman, inside, swing and a miss. Freshman got the win in game one on the rubber. Spun a gem. Trying to tie things up with a hit here. Over the plate, a little bit late, foul straight back, 2 strikes. Curran still got some heat.
One ball, 2 strikes.
And the pitch inside, she holds. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch, swing and a miss. Nice location, up and in the strike zone. And the Bulldogs rally is over. Leadoff triple, gets stranded. We are heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. South Kingstown 2, Bulldogs 1. Game 1 went to the Bulldogs by a score of 2-1. This game moving right along. Sun has gone down. Very crisp game. 2 good teams at it today. Bulldogs beginning a good run of home games upcoming. Arnold back behind the plate. So we're just about to start the second half of game 2 of the doubleheader here. Murdoch set. And the pitch. Blowing it. And Murdoch's pitch upstairs. With runs as difficult as they are to find, we don't want to give any free passes. Gotten away with a couple. And Murdoch's pitch in on the hands, but that's going to put it right where it needs to be. Gets by the left fielder. Going to go to second. We have a play. If there's a throw, it's going to be late for the Bulldogs. Lead off double for the Rebels. Well, I wouldn't say double. That'd be a single with an error. They quickly have another insurance run in scoring position. And the batter pulls back. Ball one. Murdoch's pitch crawls inside off the plate. And the pitch squares the butt right back at Murdoch pretty hard. Does the job though. They get the out at first and advance the runner to third. Sacrifice bunt. One out. Insurance run at third base for the Rebels. Number 10, the sophomore. Young at the plate. And the pitch up and away, ball one. One out for the Bulldogs here. The pitch right there, well hit. Goes with it into the gap in right center. That's a single, and we'll plate the run. One out, runner at first base. RBI single for the sophomore. 3-1 South Kingston lead. Number 14, Ava Wentworth Jr., their catcher at bat. Batter steps in here. And the pitch off speed, breaking ball, that's there, nice pitch. And Murdoch's delivery off speed, turns around on it down the line, and it falls in. Foul ball, the call by the umpire. Fortunate for the Bulldogs for sure. She really did try to pull an outside pitch there, sort of just reached at it. She had driven that the other way, who knows. 2 strikes, 1 out. In on the plate is the batter. In on the batter is the pitch. Murdoch's delivery, the pitch over the plate, breaking ball. Ground ball to shortstop, handed well. Good slide to break things up. Bulldogs get the out. Runner at first base, 2 outs, 3-1 score. Off speed up. Nice pitch. Strike one. And the pitch up and away. The steal. Throw by Murdoch. Goes down the line right off the helmet of the runner. Make sure she's okay as it ricochets to center field. I do believe she's all right, but they're going to double check. She seems to be fine. That's the important thing. And now the South Kingstown Rebels have another run in scoring position. A single to open things up somewhat here. On the inside portion of the plate, right off the handles. Follows it back for the strike. 1-2 count on the Rebel. Freezes her on the outside portion of the plate for the strikeout to end the inning for the Bulldogs. After 4 innings of play, the score 3 South Kingstown, 1 Westerly. The South Kingstown pitcher is extremely impressive this evening, throwing both ends of this doubleheader, maintaining velocity and control. And Curran for SK makes her way to the mound. SK came along with a lot of fans here. They have a good following down the first base line. Tenuta will lead off the inning for the Bulldogs. Oh, correction. She will be on deck. Senior number 10 for the Bulldogs will lead off. And the warm-up pitch by Curran of SK, who will only throw 2. And Valentini steps in for the Bulldogs. Correction. That would be Cisco for the Bulldogs, a senior. Tenuta on deck. Bulldogs trailing by 2 here in the top half of the 5th, as they are the visitors in the second half of this doubleheader. And the first pitch, fastball, strike 1. And the pitch, strike 2 off the outside plate. Quickly up 0-2 is the Rebel pitcher. And the pitch upstairs, tried to get her to chase. She did not. And that one's low. Evens the count up at 2. And the pitch fouls it away. Protecting the plate. Curran toes the rubber for South Kingstown. And the pitch right down the height and foul back. And on the inside quarter, off the plate for a ball. Full count. Good at bat for Cisco, working all the way back. Pitch over the plate, fouls back. Good job protecting. A lot of pitches this at bat. And the pitch low. Earns the walk. Good at bat by the senior. Senior prowess at the plate there. Tenuta will step in. Leadoff man reaches for the Bulldogs. And the pitch inside takes a cut at it. Foul back. And the pitch upstairs gets past the catcher. Wesley runner is in scoring position now. The pitch, swing and a miss off the outside corner. 1-2 count.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the pitch, upper outside corner, swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Bulldogs have an out. And they spin top, and it is Storr at the plate for the Bulldogs with a runner in scoring position. First base vacant. Let's see how the Rebels attack. Low and in. And the pitch, off speed away. Good eye, 2-0. He's not going to see too much on the plate with first base vacant. Opportunity to create a force. Storr having a good year at the plate. On the inside portion, swing and a miss. Nice pitch. 2-1 count. And the pitch is upstairs. 3 balls, 1 strike.
3 ball, 1
Inside portion of the plate. Muscles it out, foul along the first baseline. Full count. First base open. Runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs. Overhandles. Fouled out of play. Stays alive. And the pitch, fly ball, shallow right. Able to get there is the Rebel. 2 outs for the Bulldogs. Gabriella Brennan, senior, steps in to try to play the run for the Bulldogs. And the pitch inner portion, opposite field, inside out swing, foul ball. Swing, foul, straight back. And the pitch is upstairs. Good eye by the ladder. This South Kingstown senior, Currens, having an extremely good night on the rubber tonight. Having given only up 3 total runs so far in 2 games. And that's driven to the opposite field. Correction. Add 1 run to that. To the power rally. Brennan hits it, scores 1, and she's in with a stand-up double. 3-2. And the Bulldog side of the field is alive. And Murdoch has an opportunity to tie this thing for herself with a runner at second base to help her own cause. Good piece of hitting by Brennan to go inside out with that outside pitch. And first pitch upstairs, ball 1. And that's blown in. She's not going to see much again with first base vacant. And it gets away from the catcher. Bulldog advances to third where Brennan stands. 2 outs. Single will tie it. Catcher asks for time, wants to speak with her pitcher. Can't get much more evenly matched teams at play. Three don't count to the senior. More or less intentionally, unintentionally giving her the base. They were. They are no longer. And that's a strike. 3-1. And the pitch upstairs. Murdoch gets the walk. Will take first. Runners at first and third for the Bulldogs. Third baseman with a big stand-up double. Right center field in the last at bat. And we have a running substitution.
Get that guy. Number 30.
And the Rebel pitcher at the ready. The pitch. Right over the plate, turns on a ground ball to short. Swallows it up to throw to first on time, and the Rebels end the threat, preserving a one-run lead heading into the bottom of the fifth. Rebels with a little team meeting. Bottom fifth inning of action here. The score 3-2, South Kingstown winning after Westerly took the first end of the doubleheader by a score of 2-1. Haven't lost many of the fans tonight. Both games back and forth. Two even teams going at it. And the pitch, line drive. That's going to be a single, clean single. Got on top of it. Helping their own cause with a leadoff hit for the Rebels. Number 8 for the Rebels, Madison Stewart, sophomore outfielder. Steps in the box. And the pitch gets away from Arnold, up to second just like that. That quickly, the Rebels answer and have a runner in scoring position to answer right back to the Bulldogs run. Bunt, pulls back, ball. Squares the bunt. Straight to the backstop goes the pitch. Runner easily on her way to third. A little frustration, probably a little fatigue factor for the Bulldogs. Appears to be anyway. They gave her second and they gave her third, and now we have a timeout and a talk from Coach Leppy. And there's going to be a pitching substitution. And they're going to head back to the Game 1 ace, Sophie Valentini, who earned the victory in Game 1. The freshman spun a gem, holding the Rebels only one run. Now having to re-warm up her arm. Can't be an easy task going from pitching to cooling down and then returning to pitching. And she's ready to go, so we're going to restart the inning.
Okay, ball's in. Batter up.
And the Rebels batter stands in. And the pitch, strike over the inside corner. 3-1. And the pitch inside and low. And that's going to be the free pass. Runners at the corners for the Rebels. Nobody out. Already leading by a score of 3-2. Squares the bunt, pulls back, gets the call, strike one. Squares again. Moving forward on contact, fouls it away. No balls, 2 strikes. Squares with 2. Doesn't pull back on time, commits it. It's a strikeout. One out for the Bulldogs. 2 in scoring position. Senior outfielder Erin Hurley at bat for the Rebels, getting her signs.
It was over the plate, though. It was over that cold third, and she was out. Oh, the first pitch.
And the umpire is explaining to the base coach the sequence of the previous 3 strikes. We're back in play. And the pitch, strike, over the front corner. Valentini returns right back in command as though she didn't skip a beat. And the pitch, waved at. Lazy pop to second, swallowed up for the out. 2 outs for the Bulldogs. Big at bat here, folks. And the pitch, foul pop, just out of play. Ahead in the count. I'll hold it. And the pitch outside. And the pitch, a changeup, curveball, doesn't get the call. Nice off-speed pitch. Pitch up and away. All the way back here, 3-1 count. Freshman at bat. And that's a strike. Full count. The pitch off speed, fouled straight back. Full count. Ground ball. Shortstop swallows it up. Can she get anybody? Can't make the tag. Nowhere to go. Infield single. I would assume that's going to be scored with an RBI. Makes the score 4-2. South Kingstown with runners at the corners. 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Nice curveball. Doesn't get the call upstairs. Gets the runner scoot to second. And ripped at the shortstop, handled well, throw to first, not handled at first base. So that error is going to score another run for the Bulldogs, for the Rebels, correction. Could have gotten out of this inning a couple times. Score is 5-2. 2 outs, bottom 5. And the pitch. Bulldogs appear frustrated, one can imagine. And that's one in. Called strike. And they allow the runner to second. So the score is 5-2, folks, bottom 5. 2 outs, 1-1 count. Bulldogs are trailing. And that one's a called strike over the outside corner. Pitch is outside. And a swing and a miss, a wave at the outside pitch. They get out of the inning. Not before the Rebels add 2. Heading to the 6th, South Kingstown 5, Westerly 2. Second half of this doubleheader. Bulldogs taking the first game by a score of 2-1. Yes, we are going to go to commercial break. Welcome back, folks. We head to the top of the 6th inning. The Bulldogs are the visiting team in the back half of this doubleheader. They trail by 3. Curran to start the second game. Pitched both games, a senior for South Kingstown. Still extremely effective after 13 innings pitched tonight. Leading off for the Bulldogs is going to be the catcher, Dina Arnold. And that's going to wrap up the Rebels warm-up. Ball thrown back into the pitcher. Arnold stands in for the Bulldogs. First pitch is low and in, ball 1. And the pitch upstairs, way to lay off. And she lets that strike go by. 2-1. A lot of pop behind Curran's pitches still. Up and away, good eye by Arnold, making it work. And a called strike. Full count. The pitch low in, that's going to be a free base. Arnold was good at bat, making it work, earning a walk. Lily Vettelino stepping up to the plate. Nice job going the other way with a beautiful piece of hitting. And that's going to move the runner up one. Take the outside pitch the other way. Exactly what she did. Went up aggressive, first pitch swinging. And now game one's winner, Valentini. High pitch, big lead. And the pitch upstairs for a ball, 2-0. And that's a spinner over the plate. Not much of a break, but it was there. 2-1. And the pitch inside. Good eye. 3-1's going to have to be right there. And the pitch inside. Pitcher gets the call on that one. Not much you can do with that. Full count. Pitch. Foul tip. Stays alive. And a looper to right field, tough spot. Retired by the second baseman. Bulldogs wisely tag up in advance. First out of the inning. Runners at first and third. Good play by the Rebel second baseman. Covered a long distance.
Substitution number 30 for number 19.
And a Bulldog substitution. Holding up play for a sec. Cisco at bat, the senior. One out, runners at the corners. The pitch over the plate strike. They're going to go after the steal, and they get her at second. For the second out of the inning, give up the run. Not a big deal, 5-3 score. More importantly, they work their way out of the inning, hopefully here. 2 outs, base is now empty. And the pitch over the middle of the plate. High heat still available. And the pitch to the outside corner. Nice pitch. Got her looking for the third strike, and that'll flip the side. Even the Bulldogs with 3 and the Rebels with 5 headed to bottom of the 6th inning. The Rebels will attempt to extend their lead. Bulldogs with one more chance at this one. And don't forget, folks, we'll be right back here on the baseball field tomorrow afternoon for a varsity boys baseball matchup. It's nice to see fans out on both sides of the field again. And the Bulldog catcher makes her way to the field. So we head to the bottom of the sixth here, folks. The Rebels, 2-run lead, 5-3 over the Bulldogs. Bulldogs took game one by a score of 2-1. Rebels trying to split the two league opponents. Bulldogs, after game one, stand at 4-1 in the league, and South Kingstown at 2-1. And the pitch up and away. And the pitch catches the outside corner. 1-1 count. And the pitch. Two and one on the batter. The pitch. Slow curveball, low and in. 3-1. Pitch. Tops right back to Valentini. Throws the first for the out. Lead man out here in the bottom of the sixth. Got her in on her hands, sawed her off. Number 11, McGrady, a freshman for the Rebels, steps in the box. And the pitch right on the plate. Nice piece of hitting. Outer half of the plate and a bad angle taken in the outfield. And he's going to make this a play at second. Throw from the outfielder. She's out. That bad angle is made up for with a good arm. Chops her down at second base, and that's 2 outs. And there's no quitting this Bulldog side. Let me tell you, you can hear it in the background. The Rebel pitcher, who has had one heck of a day, way ahead of the off-speed pitch, fooled her there. And the pitch, a little upstairs. And that's outside. 2-1. And we're going to flip softballs here. And the pitch blown in, 3-1. And that's going to be low and in, and a free pass with 2 outs. Number 8, Madison Stewart, sophomore outfielder for South Kingston, steps in the box. Runner on first and 2 down. And the pitch is strike. Fouled back. Pitch outside, ball 2. Correction, ball 1. And the pitch on the inner half, strike 2. And the offering, swing and a miss upstairs, nice pitch, made a chase. And that ends the inning. So the Bulldogs enter their last half inning, last shot. Need to score 2 runs to tie the ball game as we head to the top of the 7th. Rebels with a 2-run lead, looking to split the doubleheader. Casey Curran will toe the rubber, the pitcher, senior for the Rebels, to try to finish what she started in game 1. She has pitched every inning of this doubleheader for the Rebels. Tenuta will lead off for the Bulldogs. So it will be Tenuta, then the top of the order for the Bulldogs. And the Rebel infield steps in the little huddle. Try to sew this thing up and split the doubleheader. And the Bulldog side of the field livens up here. Plenty of support, and the pitch inside. Slow roller, going to be a tough play. Third baseman cuts it off. The throw to first, throws her out. Great play. That's how you play it by the third baseman. If that was left for the shortstop, wouldn't have made the play. Cut in front, make the throw. Good defense. 1 down. And in comes leadoff hitter, Alex Storr. 1 pitch, 1 out. 2 pitches. Nice inside-out swing to the opposite field for a single. So the tying run will reach the plate for the Bulldogs. In Gabriella Brennan. Nice piece of hitting opposite field last time out. And the pitch, a beauty right over the heart of the plate. And the pitch over the plate, fouled over by the bleachers. 0-2 count. Brennan, pitcher saws her off a little bit. 2 strikes, staying alive. Oh, and 2 count. And the pitch on the inside. Ground to the pitcher, bobbled twice, flipped first on time. Got her in trouble at second. She does get back okay. There is 2 outs with a runner on second base. Bulldogs trail by 2. Elena Murdoch to step in, the senior.
Do your job, number 1.
And the pitch. Slow breaker over the heart of the plate, 0-1. And the pitch outside, 1-1. Pitch, ball strike 2. And the pitch outside, good eye. Two, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Down by 2 runs. Runner on second. 2s are wild, folks. Need to keep this one in play to stay alive for the Bulldogs. Watches the 3rd strike go by, and South Kingstown able to avenge game 1 loss. So the 2 teams split. Bulldogs win game 1, Rebels win game 2. Game 1 final score 2-1. Game 2 final score 5-3. We saw some good softball tonight, folks. That brings Wesley's division record to 4-2, and South Kingstown to 3-2. I'm sure these teams have a good chance of meeting again later in the season, possibly playoffs. I am Greg Morano. We have Lisa behind the lens, producer Shane Belanger. We are Westerly.live. Don't forget us live here tomorrow night, varsity baseball action.